Hey, so yeah, I know the lighting's really bad. That's why I'm like trying to record more videos during the day. But if I turn one of these off, my I turn black. You know, the lighting's like perfect because if they're both turned off, or if one of them are turned off, that one or that one, you know, the whole thing's gonna go dark. But anyway, I noticed like early this year, like maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I noticed I really like take like different times in my life, difficult or not, or just the whole vibe of it, the atmosphere. I realized that I take it for granted, you know? And if it's just months later or a year later or years later, I'll always look back and kind of miss it. And so now I'm kind of like trying to not necessarily like embrace the vibe, but more like appreciate it. And I noticed this uh, that you can't capture vibes. You know, I mean, of course, you might have videos that like bring off that vibe or music, but it's never the same. If that makes sense. Like for example, last year reminds me of Earl Sweatshirt. Yeah, that's kind of a tribute because, you know, I listened to Earl a lot when I was 14, 15. But yeah, you know, like the Earl Sweatshirt song, Fuck Your Compression, that reminds me of skating with Kyle last year. And the year before, you know, Alice in Chains, a lot of Adult Swim bumps, Flying Lotus, MF Doom. I mean, MF Doom and some Adult Swim bumps kind of remind me of last year too. But in 2014, a lot of music reminds me of that. And even like the picture of Dr. Manhattan uh, from the Watchmen graphic novel, that reminds you last year too, especially January. I don't know. But I noticed that like I miss the feeling. I miss the whole atmosphere of it, and I know that this year, especially this year, you know, last year like it was good, but like not nearly as much happened. Which this year it's really early on, but so much is going on for me, like just new people, new music, psilocybin mushrooms, etc. I saw Tool live, and I noticed even now, early this year, there's that certain vibe. Uh, 2 months ago, or yeah, early this year, for example, during my mushroom binge, you know, I saw Tool live, and then the month or the 2 months after that, I just straight up listened to Tool. I mean, of course, I listen to other music, but Tool is my shit. And well, I mean, Tool will forever be my shit. Like, I fucking love Tool. It's my favorite band. But you know, to be more specific, Lateralis, that gave me that vibe. And now it's like more of a minor threat vibe, you know, that's a band. But I don't know, you know, I don't know what will remind me of this vibe until later on in life. But I know I probably sound really fucking psychotic, you know, like fucking crazy. Maybe I know I must not be the only one who like kind of pays attention to different atmospheres and vibes from things, but yeah, you know. And another thing I noticed that I take it granted, or people take for granted, is people. You know, like them or not. Everybody comes and goes. You know, nobody's gonna be here forever. And you know, some shit I was dealing with about 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, 2 years and 3 or 4 months. Uh, 3 months and I think 4 or 5 days. You know, that should have been saying, hey, you know, don't take people for granted. But I didn't realize that until early this year, and I didn't realize that until I hung out with my two best friends. You know, I'm like, wow, you know, not all of us are gonna be here And of course, we might not be friends in the future. I mean, always friends, but, not close like right now. Because we've been best friends since we were like 11 or 12. But anyway, everybody's gonna take something away from you and give you something. People might just take something away, but people are always gonna give you something too. And that's just life. Not everybody's gonna be here, and you gotta really appreciate people, like them or not. But yeah, I'm totally rambling on about nonsense, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, just appreciate life. Life life is completely just. This is something I realized on LSD. Life is just, and life is completely fair. The universe is naturally chaotic, but again, it's up to the perceivers and judges out there to choose how they see it. And of course, that could be extremely difficult. We are humans. We're a part of the human condition, and so it could be difficult. But you still have to realize that, hey, life is life. Life is hard, but it's also not hard at the same time. It's balanced. It's just all up to you. It's all in your head, man. But yeah, I don't know, man.